So why don't we start actually with something, go a little in the macroeconomics in terms of what was your message to Moroccans when you came to Morocco? So let's start with that. Like when you are outside of the Silicon Valley ecosystem, and
Mhm.
all these Moroccans are asking you, about innovation. I know obviously you do this in weeks at Stanford. The programs are long and as well as in Morocco. But if you were to summarize, what are your lessons or the lessons that you try to give to these entrepreneurs? Let's start with that and then go to
Sure. Yeah.
Morocco
I think
specific
well, from
things.
a macro level, and I'll give the micro. From the macro level, I think it's unfortunately, but there's good news about it. Silicon Valley really is unique in that it just has a history and a scale and a set of, cultures and institutions that's going to be hard for anywhere else to replicate. And,
Yeah,
I've lived in the East Coast, I've lived in the Midwest. It's, I mean, there are other entrepreneurial ecosystems, but nothing like Silicon Valley. But that's not bad news because what I've seen over the course of my career as I began to work in, both with my companies and sort of supporting entrepreneurship, I saw these hubs of entrepreneurship start elsewhere, and so now entrepreneurship is really distributed around the globe, and there's not a reason that Morocco can't build a thriving ecosystem. You can only look at many different cities and countries around the world that have done it. And so my main lesson is I think the ingredients are the same, even though it won't emerge exactly like Silicon Valley. You need, it's basically, these things take on a life of their own when there's a critical mass of talent, capital, and ideas that recycle. Because then when someone starts something, they have other people that they can draw on. So that talent, again, the talent is distributed now, and there are already lots of Moroccans who have worked in other parts of the country and even locally to build up that expertise. The capital comes, along, and then the ideas are also pretty transportable, yet they're also ones that are unique. So I think the main thing is, and you need the right government support, which we can get to. And I think I was really, impressed and surprised with how forward-looking Morocco has been and will continue to be, which I think creates the halo for all of this to exist. But it takes time. You can't really rush it. I mean,
yeah,
every other one I saw, it's really the exit, like the first exits that then create enough of a
yeah.
pattern that you can get beyond just the early stage startups. It's very easy, not easy. It's
The
hard to
momentum.
start all startups, but their ecosystems usually have many smaller startups, but it's hard to really attract the capital until you
Yeah,
get some sort of proof points that works. And I saw that happen in London and other places as well. So I think that's going to be the main ingredient is keep going in the direction that it's going and just be patient.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
that's
I'd say
what
the
I
one
try.